viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Twisted Fate game played by Simon. Again, yes, I know, I do certain people a lot, but that's because they give me good games and they give me a lot of games, and that is basically the reason to do multiple games. Because, well, if you only send me one game and that's it, there's a 1 in 10 chance you will be picked, because I get about 300 replays a month and I do about 30 a month. So yeah, so 1 in 10 chance. And if you have special champions that you play, or if you just have a very good game, then and you actually put that in the title such that I can actually see what happened, then yeah, you have a higher chance. But well, normally it is the more games you send, the higher chance you have of getting picked. I don't actually watch who sent me the game, but yeah, if you have a first submission, you can, or if you've never been on my channel, you can put that in the title. Also, if you've just got a very nice game that's very close, or yeah, well, very fast. I mean, we've seen the 10-minute games as well, which were awesome. And yeah, they're just... They have a better chance of getting on the channel, just like everywhere else, if they just, are better games. If you convince me that they are games that I should actually do. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Anyhow, a little bit of help here for with the wolves and with the blue buff. And then we are going to go mid lane. So Twisted Fate, of course, really good at sustain in lane for the early part, because he has that blue card which he can use to last hit and get his mana back. And as you can see, you can pretty much stay at full mana because of that. And you can harass with it, you can last hit with it, and you should be able to do pretty well with that. Obviously, against Ryze, it is a little bit of a problem to last hit and to harass, because, well, he has more harass than Twisted Fate has for the beginning of the game. Obviously, once you get to a few levels into your queue, then we're talking about more harass from Twisted Fate, because that is just longer range. And, well, you can't get get caught by the Ryze at any point, because, well, if you have longer range, then yeah, it shouldn't be really a problem. The flash goes off. That is yeah, a little bit overzealous on the flash there, but we are going to attempt for first blood here. No, it's too early. He couldn't do it. Let's get the next gold card up, but the next gold card is not going to land on Ryze, because Ryze does not want to overextend here. It's a shame that Cho'Gath didn't show didn't stay in. If he stayed in, this would have been way better. And yeah, well, obviously we would like to see that. We would like to see that first blood. So apparently these guys are all so the enemies are all much higher level than the blue team, and that is going to suck for us, but well, we're going to have to see how that works out. That's what I heard from the message anyway. So apparently there are 3 diamond players. I don't know who they are, but apparently there are 3 diamond players on this one. And well, considering that we have 1 gold player and 3 silver players and 1 guy that doesn't have an actual rating, yeah, that is really kind of hard to win then. So we do get a little bit of damage off. How does Ryze keep casting? I guess he got stunned for a very small amount of time or something like that. The gold card's supposed to stun for 1 second, but it didn't seem like 1 second. So a little bit of damage going off, and Cho'Gath shows up just in time, but he is going to get owned here. But fortunately, both of them get out with reasonable health, not too close to dying. But man, it is getting quite close to that point where they have to really watch out. But yeah, we're just going to keep farming. Obviously, with the Q, you can keep farming as long as you have mana. You can throw those cards through all of the minions and get some pretty nice farm going. And yeah, you do need to hit multiple minions with it, because otherwise it's really not worth it. So 3 levels in the queue now. So leveling that up first because it does the most damage, and well, here he just wants to have the blue card. So he really only is interested in getting that mana back, and every now and then, well, a stun comes in handy, of course, but it's not really the thing that he wants most. For the early game, you really want that sustain with that blue card, and he could have picked that up, I guess. But anyhow, it is 3 versus 2 on the team now. I'm not going to watch any of the other lanes because, well, I can show you. Well, we can see this guy, but we can't see the health on anything else than just the teammate. So not on the minions, not on the enemy minions, not on the enemy champions. And that goes for all lanes, except for the mid lane. And here he's watching this, so that's why the health bars popped up there. But, well, we will stick with the Twisted Fate and just go with him. Because, well, why not? So Twisted Fate almost level 6 indeed. Well, he still has a half a level to go, but he's asking who needs to get a gank. And it is it's going to be top lane, I'm guessing, because top lane has been complaining a little bit. And he is level 6 now. Are we going to gank bottom lane? Yeah, we are going to gank bottom lane. And not getting the stun off. There you go, finally the stun goes off. And they should be able to kill this Alistar, but it is going to be close. Oh, no, not close enough though. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, the Alistar obviously not level 6 yet, so they had a little bit of an opportunity to do something there. And yeah, well, he's going back to mid lane now. After pulling off a very nice gank. Obviously, would have been nice if he could get the stun off immediately. But, well, it doesn't always work out. Unfortunately, not a gold card here. But they are going to land the kill no matter what. So, that was pretty easy. Also, that should have been a red card. And he knows it. You need to always make sure that you land the correct cards. Because otherwise, well, you just don't get out of it what you need. And obviously you want to start off most fights with a gold card, unless you're really super low on mana and can't do anything without the blue card. But in this case he had a decent amount of mana still available and should have been able to do that pretty nicely, even without the blue card. And the second one should have been a red card because it would have picked up 2 minions. And then with the Q he could have picked up the rest. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He got the kill, he got a lot of minions there. So that's all that matters. So pushing the lane once again into the turrets and then going to go top lane. I'm not actually sure if he's going all the way top lane. It seems that he is, so okay. A ward over here. And we are going to go to this guy. Hello. Bye-bye. And now we need to kill all of these things. Oh, he forgot. Did you see that? The Zed actually forgot, or at least he seemed to have forgotten what happened. Well, he did kill the blob once he realized, but he went back to the minions immediately. Yeah, the innate ability there is useful sometimes, but most of the time it's not going to matter at all. Oh, he missed his Q, and now he's going to pay for that. Yep, shut down. Should have gone for the tower defense instead of the, well, instead of the Rise, because when he started up on the Rise and used his flash to do so, he kind of let himself open to two guys damaging him from two sides, so not being able to damage both of them. And obviously he was never going to destroy this guy, the Nasus, because Nasus was just too tanky, and there's no way he could have, well, he could have had that. Anyhow. Yeah, just making the wrong decision, but it doesn't matter. He is still 3-1. It matters a little bit, because you definitely don't want to feed your enemies. So it was Ryze picking up that kill. Although Nasus is 2-0 as well, so I'm not actually sure, but I think it was Ryze picking up that kill. And, well, both of them would be bad, because, well, Nasus is really good with farm, and Ryze is definitely very good with farm. Ryze, by the way, picking up a blue buff. And really, do you need to walk all this way to... Oh, there we go. Miss Fortune is the target of choice. You need to do this very quickly. Because, well, oh, this is good enough. Yep, there we go. Nicely done. And, yeah, I don't think he needed to run all that way. I don't know what the current status is of that. No. You definitely don't need to run all the way. 5,500 units, which is pretty much half the map. So, well, if you're in mid lane, you need to run a little bit. But yeah, just to about here. So I guess that little bush in the river, and from there on you can teleport to the bottom lane. That way you are there a little bit sooner, and that's exactly what you want. You want that surprise as much as possible, because obviously if you run all the way to the dragon, it's going to take a while for you to actually get there, and by that time Ryze can warn his allies. And that, of course, is something you want to avoid. So yeah, we do have a teleport still up. I don't know why he brings teleport. I think that's because if you use your ultimate to get away from your tower, you can use your teleport to get back, or something like that. Also, of course, you can gank from a bush then. And because you have a stun, that should work out pretty nicely. But yeah, normally we don't see teleports on mid laners, because the mid lane, well, you pretty much don't need it. Top lane, yeah, to go from top lane to bottom lane would take too much. So it would take just too much time. And here we go with the slow and some damage, but not really able to kill him at all. Well, that is the kind of the fate of playing against that Ryze. Ryze, of course, starting off with some defensive items. Catalyst especially is going to, well, give him quite a bit of tankiness. And yeah, an easy kill there. Miss Fortune making the wrong choice. Well, she ran into the wrong bush basically. She should have gone into the other one where her ally also went, and then at least she could have ran towards her turret before they saw her. Plus, she wouldn't have been exposed to the damage of Cho'Gath for a little bit longer, and therefore got a better chance of actually surviving. Anyhow, we have the turret taken out in mid lane, and this is going to be, well, pretty hard to actually pull back now, because we already lost 2 turrets 4-0, and we are, well, 1 kill ahead, but that really doesn't make up for it. By the way, we do need to pick up a dragon here at, well, probably earlier than this, because we're already 13 minutes in, and they could have done that pretty nicely. Well, even before this. Come on. Oh, he's actually going to only get hit once by that ultimate. This Zac definitely not aware of how far he should have moved. And well, he came in too early with his catapult. He should have ran a little bit further. But yeah, well, they get the kill anyway. And yeah, this Nasus is really carrying hard. And really just getting kills all over the place. It is, wow. 4-0 now. 83 minions. It is not enough to actually call him a carry yet. But he is definitely doing well in this game. And yeah, you can see the 112 minions on Zed, so he has been farming quite nicely. But yeah, can't really go up against this kind of play if you're up against the Nasus. You can't really, well, do anything against that with even with someone who's farmed, because the problem with Nasus is that he doesn't really scale off of his minions, or sorry, off of his items. He scales off of his minions, and yeah, because of that, if he can farm the jungle, and he's good at farming jungle, then yeah, there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. So anyway, we get the cooldown reduction there on the ultimate, and we are going to land the kill here, just making sure that that he couldn't escape. And that's why he teleported behind that wall. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he intended there. He explained it to the viewers there. Very nice. So I don't have to. Yeah, if he flashed, the kill would have been lost to Zed. And obviously the Twisted Fate could help out. And definitely didn't want to steal the kill there, but wants to make sure that they picked up that kill. And very nicely done. And with the cooldown reduction because of the second level, he's going to have his ultimate up soon enough. It is still 125 second cooldown, so it's still pretty long. But at least, well, it's a reduced cooldown now. So anyhow, the Alistar and Misfortune coming after this, and really, yeah, we're not really too worried. So wow, I didn't recognize the item, but yeah, Twin Shadows here bought. It is of course a good ability power and magic resist item, but also the ghosts that, well, just slow people are just so good. They're just so good, because they help you out in these kind of situations where you're being chased by two guys and you don't really want to turn back to throw either a red card or a gold card at them. You can just activate the item and just be safe. And obviously it is used, well, every now and then, but I don't think people realize the usefulness of it yet. So I don't think it will ever be a pro item, because it's not good enough to be a pro item. Because, well, most of the pros don't really go for magic resist on an item like this, because this item really doesn't add enough damage for them. But for the normal players, it is definitely a good item, for the simple reason that, well, they're not as good at well, preventing damage as the pros are. The pros, they group up way more, they make sure that they don't overextend, and it is exactly against that you need this item. You need this item if you overextend and someone is chasing you, or something like this. Here it would be nice as well, because it would just slow him and allow the Cho'Gath to come near. But these kind of situations, yeah, that's where it's good. And it's good for seeing where the jungler is, of course. And we are going to get owned here, I think. But it is going to be close to whether or not we can pick up a kill back. Oh, come on! Come on! No, they're not going to pick a kill back. And it was close though. And here we go with the Ryze. Ryze actually landing the kill there. Oh, we are getting out of range. I don't know why it's oh, it doesn't show me the vision now. Yeah, wrong game. Sorry about that. I kind of was waiting for him to follow the fight, but he is following the fight, but I have to still steer the camera. I was kind of thinking of Dota there, where you actually see what the people are seeing, so the person you're following. And yeah, that would have been exactly that fight. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we should be going on these two guys instead of just spreading around all the time. There we go. We're going to get the Zac. Come on. Yes, we do get him. The blobs come out, and this should be pretty easy cleanup. it does, well, kind of prevent us from going after anyone else. So that's kind of a good thing as well, I guess, if you're playing Zac. You can actually go for or prevent the enemy team from going after your own team because, well, they have to clean up these blobs and they only have like 8 seconds to do so. So one champion can actually do it, but yeah, then that champion stays behind where you died. And most of the time it will be more like this, where all four of you, all four champions are going for that kill, because obviously the one who kills the last blob, that's the killer, as the official killer. And yeah, everyone basically has a shot at that because there's no danger anymore, and well, things like that. So Ness is coming in to get the dragon. Not going to find anything though, and he is going to probably go for, yeah, well, I wanted to say either blue or the bottom lane, but yeah, he chose the bottom lane with Alistar here, and they should be able to do some pretty nice pushing. Oh, she should have never gone to base, because of her recall, this tower is now doomed. She could have just easily taken out these minions without taking any damage, because both of these guys are melee.